welcome to Vlogtober Day 2, where we will be visiting Yorktown, Virginia. This town is the site of the siege and surrender of General Cornwallis to George Washington and Rochambeau during the American Revolutionary War on October 19th, 1781. We'll be visiting historic sites, cute coffee shops, the beach, and more. And make sure to subscribe for more Virginia and Richmond travel tips, as well as Vlogtober, where I'm going to be filming every day fall activities around Virginia and Richmond. All right. Let's go. Hello and welcome to our first stop, which is the American Revolutionary Museum at Yorktown. I figured this was a great first stop so we could learn all about Yorktown's involvement in the American Revolutionary War. And then next we are headed to the battlefield. I feel like that's the order. I don't know what to expect, but it looks massive. Love the architecture, and I'm excited to learn some things. Rochambeau, Washington, what does it mean? What does it mean?
Tell us more.
Okay, it was $20. The tickets were $20, and then you get a little sticker, and we are just walking down the hallway and we already saw the coolest exhibition. It's of people who survived the American Revolutionary War photographed. So like the photograph wasn't invented till these people were like almost 100 years old. So it's crazy, and they have like each person that survived some sort of portion of the war. And wow, it's very impactful. Okay, we were like, what would you say, recruited to do a escape room.
We were.
So we're gonna go in.
You two look like you could do an escape room.
So that's what we're headed to. We're gonna do an escape room.
I've never done one before.
Lucas has never done one before. I've only done it once, so let's see what happens. Figured out this clue. Okay, now you gotta put it in here.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, what's inside?
We don't know.
Oh no. What's it say?
That's the thing we need to give to him. Okay, these are the Federalist Papers.
You did?
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, I literally spelled out Magna Carta, but apparently that didn't matter, and Lucas figured out by adding up the numbers, and that was a combination of this bottle, and he got another piece. Lucas is amazing. Alert, alert, he's amazing.
I got one more.
Okay, we just finished the escape room, and we actually got it done in time,
You did.
but like clutch level.
Yeah, seconds.
Luckily, we had a third person in there to help us because
It was tough. I got a couple of the things.
Lucas was so good considering he's never done it before. I got a couple like little things that helped get the clues. So it's really good to have more than two people. I think you need more people, honestly, because everybody's brain works different. But it was really fun.
It was. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so now we're going to go through the museum and learn some things. And I'll just like show you little clips of stuff that we think are really interesting. They've got a statue of Patrick Henry up in here. Historic St. John's is in Richmond. Yeah, he's... Oh my gosh. It's the whole Patrick Henry corner, really. You going into the tavern? I think you could spend a full day in this museum, but we are gonna do like a quick version because there's also an outdoor portion to this museum. So we're kind of like
We want to see that
walking
too.
quickly through it, and then we're gonna go outside. But wow, it's a really good museum.
Yeah.
It's very cool. There's lots of good artifacts, good paintings, good information. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, not learning things, but relearning things. Basically, we were kind of SOL for a while and needed French support. So Benjamin Franklin went over and convinced them that they needed to sign this like treaty alliance treaty. And then they came and like supported us. And that's how we kind of won the Revolutionary War. So French people, thank you. And also we were just reading about Marquis de Lafayette, who also like negotiated more supplies sent secretly before the treaty.
It says a number of governing missteps brought the French Revolution. So I want to know what he did after.
Ooh, we're thinking a documentary on King Louis XV.
Yeah.
Could be good. I've seen
Where's
like
Louis the
Marie.
16th?
Is it the 16th? Oh, it's the 16th. Sorry, King Louis the 16th. I'm reading the Roman numerals wrong. But yeah, he was married to Marie Antoinette. And yeah, it would be cool to watch a documentary on that because I've seen Marie Antoinette with Kirsten Dunst like forever ago, but that's not the same. So they've recreated like the Capitol building in Virginia in Richmond here with George Washington's statue and the walls. But what's interesting about the statue is that it's the only statue that was made while George Washington was still alive. So they say it's the most accurate. So there you go. You can actually go see it in Richmond for free anytime you want, I guess. Okay, I'm obsessed. They have George Washington's inaugural pen from when he became president and one of his silver stars from like military and his shoe buckles.
Yeah.
Obsessed with these kinds of items. This
And
is
his
why.
shoe buckles have like eagles on them?
Yeah, this is why I'm obsessed with museums, is for these like little artifacts. Absolutely obsessed. There is an outdoor portion to this museum, and I'm already realizing it's very cool. So the first thing is the Continental Army encampment. So it shows you kind of what it was like to be in the army and to be, well, camping in between battles, I guess, with the tents. And there's people in costume. So the docents also are doing like little speeches and stuff out here, it looks like.
Yeah.
So we're gonna explore Smells like firewood burning,
does.
which I'm obsessed
It's
with,
nice.
and I don't know. It's a vibe. We are about to see a musket being let off. I don't think I've ever seen a musket like
Fired?
actually fired before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like an old 1700s one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't think so.
The manual exercise was, think of it this way, it's all the stuff you need to know to be a good soldier. The first step makes the rest of this process a lot safer. Step number 1, you half-cock firelock. The flintlock mechanism has a half-cock position and a full-cock position. Make ready! Take aim!
Loved the musket shooting situation.
Yeah.
Did you think it was as loud as you thought it was going to be?
I thought it was gonna be louder.
I thought it was going to be louder too, actually, which is funny.
Yeah.
So it's not as loud as I thought it would be, but yeah, it was really cool to hear about how long it took to load the gun and then just to see one actually like fired.
Yeah.
That was cool. Now we're headed towards the smell of
Ooh,
wood
the
burning.
fire-
So I think
fire
there's like a
smell.
farm area back here that we're going to walk to.
Yes. Yeah.
So they kind of prioritize their time to basically get the best meal possible in the shortest amount of time, as well as, of course, being on a farm. Typically, the mother and the children who basic meat, bread, and vegetable. We've got a little bit of white cheddar cheese here too, so that's going to be something that we'll have a little bit extra to.
We just went into the place that smelled good,
Yeah.
and you probably heard, but that's where they're like actually cooking traditional meals
Yeah.
on the fire.
Yeah.
And it smelled amazing in there. It even smelled like food because he just finished cooking stuff.
Yeah.
And this farm is so cute. I feel like these recreations are done so well, and I love all the little, I don't know if they're called docents or, you know, people dressed up.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you can ask them questions, and they're all so sweet. This is so much fun, honestly. Is it better than you thought it would be?
It is, and it just keeps going.
I know. It's like the perfect weather today, too. And I feel like it's a really good fall activity to come here because lower crowds.
Yeah.
And it's so cute and like historical. And I don't know, it feels very autumn, very like fall here,
It does.
honestly. Oh, we have arrived at our second spot, which is the Yorktown Battlefield Exhibit, the
Location?
historical park. Anyways, it is ran by the National Park Service, and there's two different ways you can do a tour here. You can either do a ranger-led tour, a driving tour, and I think we're gonna go with driving tour because it's the fastest, and the driving tour apparently takes 1 hour, and you can like listen to, I guess, a tape of the different spots and drive around the battlefield. I don't know. We haven't went inside yet. That's just what I saw on the internet. Okay, we just got our tickets. It's $15 per adult, unless you have a National Parks Pass. And we do, but we didn't bring it. So don't be like us. Bring your National Parks Pass. And it gives you access to the museum and also to the battlefield. But we're gonna drive and then have lunch while we're driving the battlefield. So that'll be fun. There's an app that you have apparently to play from, which I downloaded, and they also give you a pamphlet, a guide. Oh, also, you get this cool sticker.
That's key.
There were people with this sticker and the green one being like, yeah,
They're
I've
like
been
collecting.
to both the museum and the battlefield.
Yeah.
We took the green ones off. Now we're not as cool, dang. We are now on the tour. You just follow the signs and you get the app and it plays when you get, it actually knows your location on the app, so it starts playing when you get to the spot. We are at B, and we just learned about them pretty much preparing for the battle. And we're having lunch. Actually, this is like a super hyper RVA local, I feel like, lunch. We are eating the vegan burritos from Sukasa. And if you ever watched my 10 surprising things to do in Richmond vlog, which I think was 2 weeks ago, I taste tested these and also met the owner that day. So I'm really excited to be eating those. And they are available at Elwood's, where I was during that scene.
Yeah.
And we're eating RVA Big Market chips and salsa. Don Sebastian is a local Richmond company as well, and they have a stand at RVA Big Market, so you can get these chips and their salsas there,
they're
and
really
it's
good.
so good.
Yeah.
So we're just enjoying burritos and chips and salsa made in Richmond, which is crazy. And also, Lucas brought, from yesterday's Vlogtober vlog, these spiced apple Waterloos we found in Target. So we're gonna also drink these for lunch. It's a great second day of Vlogtober.
Yeah.
And Yorktown's awesome. This is fun.
It is really
Also, the food is really tasty.
Yeah.
We just finished food, and now we're having the Waterloo. And how is it?
really good. Definitely has a spice cider, which is actually like, I think the flavor's pretty
Whoa.
intense considering we just had.
It's so good.
Yeah.
The cinnamon is really coming through on this.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
Yeah.
just sparkling water, but it actually
a great
tastes
guy.
kind of like cider. Another thing we did yesterday for Vlogtober, day one, was make pumpkin cinnamon rolls, and we brought those for dessert / snacks. So again, if you haven't seen Vlogtober day one, go over there and check it out. We made them, And we're gonna have them right now. Also, if you've ever seen a vlog before, you know my favorite beach snack is the popcorn from Lesser Evil. Well, I picked up pumpkin spice popcorn from Lesser Evil at Whole Foods. And I'm so excited to try this because I love their Himalayan Gold. I can only assume pumpkin spice is good. Maybe we should do a live taste test of this as well as have the pumpkin cinnamon rolls.
Okay. That
pumpkin
sounds fire.
Spice double.
Pumpkin love.
I opened this terribly. Big split down the center. Okay. So, looks like there's yellow and white kernels. So, I don't know if this is the pumpkin and this is the spice. Exactly what I thought. The yellow kernels are like candy corn, but pumpkin flavored. They are the superior one.
The yellow one.
The white are good, but this is delicious.
Rochambeau formed on the west, the Americans to the east. Washington had 18,000 men at his disposal. For the next 6 days, the Allies brought up their artillery.
At any point during your tour, you can get out and walk around, and so that's what we did just now because there is a Civil War cemetery also located on the battlefield area. And they had a battle here for the Civil War as well, so it's Virginia. We had both. I was just telling Lucas, it's pretty insane that this land is so historical, like being here. For instance, this is where the American Revolutionary War basically ended. What? Also, there were Civil War battles and people buried here from the Civil War. Virginia's wild like that to me. So iconic. You found it? Lucas found the tomb of one of the soldiers who is famous because he fell asleep while he was on his post, which is sentenced to death. So you're sentenced to death if you fall asleep at your post. And he was pardoned by Abraham Lincoln, went back into the Vermont troops, and then was killed by a Confederate soldier. So he's buried here. But wow, what a life. That's a whirlwind for sure.
William Scott, right there, 351.
Wow, there he is. We have officially arrived at the second to last stop, which is the Moore House. This house is where Cornwallis, after he surrendered, started negotiations to end the war. What? And it's right behind me. They still have the house. I love this. If you ever go to Appomattox, they have the courthouse or is it a regular house?
I actually can't
where
remember.
they ended the Civil War or negotiations.
Yeah.
We went there a few years ago, but yeah, this is insanely historical. What? Can't go in though. I wish we could go in. We have made it to downtown Yorktown now. There's a parking lot right when you enter town and it's free. And we are going to get a little pick-me-up at the Little York Confectionery. Apparently they have chocolate, ice cream, etc. We're gonna go in and see if they have vegan options, see what kind of stuff they have. And then after that, we're gonna head to this shop right next door, which is a coffee shop, and get a little decaf latte or something. So first stop, get some sustenance. They had a sorbet option, and she said they always have a vegan bonbon option too, but right now they're out. So, hey, they have tons of options in there apparently. I wanted to try their chocolate. They make it in-house. So that's really cool. But the sorbet is very delectable. It's blackberry pomegranate and super sweet though.
It is really, really
Especially
sweet.
because we just had the cinnamon roll. But and we also might get a sweet drink from the coffee place. But you know, we're getting jazzed.
Yeah, we
at
are.
Yorktown. The most adorable building I've ever seen is the Mobjack coffee
Mobjack,
shop.
maybe?
Everything in Yorktown's adorable though, honestly. Like the aesthetic of it and just walking around so far is so good. And we have barely even scraped
That's
the
true.
surface. We're gonna go in there, see if they have decaf.
We'll see.
I told Lucas, I said, could we be any more difficult?
No.
I don't think so. They had decaf, they had pumpkin, so we got a decaf pumpkin spice latte with oat milk.
Yeah, try that. Isn't that good?
It's actually really good, and we saw that they roast their own beans here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if they have any decaf bags. I didn't check.
They had a big bag of decaf. I don't know if it was just aesthetic, but it said Swiss water process, which is the
That's
best
cool.
type of decaf, by the way.
Also, they said they do have vegan baked goods, but they just sold out yesterday. So, you may be able to get something vegan here. They do have gluten-free, though, for sure. And also, the most adorable 18th century dining room upstairs, which is where we are now. And I'm glad we're coming back again. Did I already mention that in this vlog? We're going to come back to Yorktown like halfway through October for a haunted ghost tour. I'm going to do like a vlog of just haunted ghost tours around Virginia. And we're going to come back when there's foliage, because right now it hasn't quite turned and it's hot out. But we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Honestly though, Yorktown, great
We're coming back.
town for the fall.
Yeah.
We can already tell by the vibes.
Yeah.
Now we are going to walk through Main Street, and we still have a little bit of the coffee, which is great on our little walk, and just check out all the historical buildings. And what's cool is the Yorktown app that we use for the battlefield also has all the historical buildings on it, so we can press play and listen to the history of Yorktown.
The Custom House was built about 1721 by Richard Ambler. Ambler was a leading merchant in Yorktown, and this undoubtedly influenced his selection as customs officer. He used this building as his office while he served as collector of customs.
We made it to the Nelson House, which is right after the Custom House, and this was owned by a signer of the Declaration of Independence. But right after the Revolutionary War, he died of an asthma attack, like six years later. And it was in the Nelson family hands until 1908. So apparently you can go inside, but not right now. I don't know if it's a seasonal thing or they're doing like renovations or what, but I want to get in there because they said almost all the interiors is original. They said all of the exteriors is original, even the bricks that you're seeing behind me. So that's awesome.
Who held several important positions in Virginia's colonial and state government. This residence is one of the few remaining colonial frame.
The end of the tour ends right here at the Victory Monument to mark the victory of Yorktown, of Cornwallis surrendering. And it was actually built in 1884, and then apparently lightning struck the top and they replaced the Lady Liberty in 1956. So that's kind of interesting. I would love to have seen a video of that, but they probably didn't get one in the 50s. From up here, you see the most amazing view of the York River. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to make our way down there and check out the beach, which is next. We have made it down to the beach. It is such a vibe down here, honestly. Yeah. People are hanging out, swimming. It's still cold, hot enough to go swimming. And we're seeing like sailboats, and it's so cute.
It's a vibe.
The York River is chunky. Like I feel huge. Like it's huge at this part, and it's gorgeous. I'm obsessed with Virginia and all of its rivers. If you haven't seen my beaches video yet, where I go and travel to 10 different beaches, I'll leave it right here and in the description below. But you'll see that I'm obsessed with the fact that there are beaches on rivers. What? And it's so fun. And that huge bridge in the distance, so cool. And they have trolleys that take you around town too for free if you don't want to walk, by the way. So cute. We have discovered the Yorktown pub. I don't know what's inside, but I did see someone wearing a shirt earlier. So maybe we'll get some merch. Or maybe there's a snack in there, or I don't know, a drink.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. There's vibes. Yeah, they have drinks. It's a pub. Okay, I'm obsessed with this pub right now. The vibe inside to me feels like I'm in like a seaside town or something like that, like Florida or something. I don't know, but I'm loving it. We got a local cider from Hampton, Virginia called Sly Clyde Cider Works, and it is a blackberry mint, and I'm going to try that right now. Ooh, yeah, not too sweet at all. This was a good choice because we were like tired of the sweet drinks. I mean, we've had like a lot of sweets in a row just now. So this is nice. And also to balance out our sweetness, we decided to get a side of fries. You know, why not? A little snacky snack. And then finish walking the Riverwalk Landing, which is the red brick part next to the beach, and head down to, there's a windmill apparently in the Waterman's Museum. So I'm going to show you that too. And yeah, this trip to Yorktown, it's been nothing but vibes. A little too hot to feel really like fall, but like I said, we will be back.
Who would have known blackberry and mint would be so good together? And I like
it. So we've made it pretty much to the end of the Riverwalk Landing, and I wanted to mention that there are two restaurants, the Water Street Grill and Umi Sushi, which are really good for dinner. I think that Waterman's Grill is mostly seafood, Umi Sushi, same thing, sushi, but two really solid options in case you ever want to eat here. I think both are open for lunch as well. We did it. We accomplished Yorktown. It got hotter and hotter throughout the day, of course. But wow, it's such a cute city. Was it a city? It's more like a town, but it is adorable. I feel like with foliage, it'll be even better. So this is a really good place for fall.
Yeah.
Also, if you love history or if you love like cute architecture, this is the place for it. Revolutionary War Museum, battlefield, cute Main Street buildings, the beach, Yorktown pub.
Can you go wrong?
Can you go wrong? What was your favorite part?
I think the pumpkin spice latte. No.
That was really good, actually. Honestly, it was
Honestly,
really good.
it's probably the really old houses that have
Main
been restored.
Street,
The Main
I
Street.
know. And listening to
and
it
the
on
beach,
the app,
which
the
is
beach.
the river beach, which is just right there.
So good.
Super cool.
I would agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I think it was really fun. Even like having our lunch at the battlefield was fun.
Yeah.
Let me know, have you ever been to Yorktown? How did you feel about it? Did we miss something? Is
Yeah.
there anything else we should do? Because we will be coming back later on in October for the Candlelight Haunted Tour, which is going to be really fun. And if you are just tuning in, I have my Vlogtober playlist right here so you can check out all the episodes of Vlogtober. There's only one so far, but if you're watching this later, there might just be more. So do that, and also subscribe for more Virginia and Richmond travel tips and, well, Vlogtober. Good fun times in the fall. All right. We'll see you tomorrow with another video. Yay! Okay. Bye.
Bye.